Toronto Maple Leafs 2C gamble, is Evgeny Kuznetsov the answer? Imagine this, one move could make or break the Toronto Maple Leafs season. The team is eyeing a comeback for a familiar face, Evgeny Kuznetsov, who's eager to prove he's still got what it takes to shine in the NHL. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the Maple Leafs take a chance on a player who had a rough end to his last NHL season? Let's dive in and explore the possibilities. The Toronto Maple Leafs might just be the team to give Evgeny Kuznetsov a second chance in the NHL. After a year back in his native Russia, Kuznetsov is looking to return to North America and pick up where he left off. Following a disappointing end to the 2023-24 NHL season, where he split time between the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes, Kuznetsov revitalized his game in Russia, scoring 37 points in just 39 games. This impressive performance has teams, including the Maple Leafs, taking a serious look at the skilled center. Evgeny Kuznetsov's journey back to the NHL is one of determination and resilience. After a solid season in Russia, he's positioning himself as a free agent ready to make a comeback. According to sports analyst David Pagnotta, Kuznetsov is open to a deal in the $1 to $2 million range, with incentives, to join a contending team. This move could be a game-changer for a team like the Maple Leafs, who are in desperate need of a reliable middle six forward. But this is the part most people miss. Kuznetsov's past performance in the NHL speaks volumes. In 743 games, he racked up 575 points, including 173 goals and 402 assists. He was a key player in the Washington Capitals' 2018 Stanley Cup victory, playing alongside legends like Nicklas Backstrom and Alex Ovechkin. At just 33 years old, Kuznetsov still has a lot to offer, and at a bargain price, he could be exactly what the Maple Leafs need. The Maple Leafs have been linked to other free agents, like Jack Roslovic, but Kuznetsov's experience and potential upside make him a more intriguing option. He could slot in as the second-line center, swapping roles with John Tavares as needed. This flexibility could be a huge asset for a team looking to bolster their offense. So, should the Toronto Maple Leafs take the gamble on Evgeny Kuznetsov? It's a risk, but one that could pay off big time. With a lack of available free agent options who can produce offensively, Kuznetsov might just be the band-aid solution the Maple Leafs are looking for. And this is where the debate heats up. Do you think the Maple Leafs should sign Kuznetsov, or are they better off looking elsewhere? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this conversation rolling. Evgeny Kuznetsov to the Canadiens? Not likely after Zachary Bolduc's arrival. Evgeny Kuznetsov, Zachary Bolduc's arrival closes the door on a deal with the Habs, Dose.ca. The Montreal Canadiens are gearing up for a formidable season ahead. The strategic moves made by Ken Hughes during this offseason have significantly bolstered the team's strength, a topic we've been enthusiastically discussing for weeks, if not months. Even though Hughes hasn't secured a second center yet, it's not a cause for alarm. But here's where it gets interesting: would Evgeny Kuznetsov have been the second center if he had signed with the team? We know Kuznetsov is keen on playing in Montreal, and recent reports, via Marco D'Amico on the Sean Star Show, suggest that the team was also interested in him before July 1st. However, the recent acquisition of Zachary Bolduc has complicated matters. Bolduc is currently honing his face-off skills, and there's a possibility he might transition to a permanent center role during the season. Adding Joe Veleno, another center, to the equation further complicates the situation. While I could envision Kuznetsov in a Canadiens jersey, Bolduc's arrival has certainly changed the dynamics. According to Puckpedia, the Canadiens currently have the second highest payroll in the league, with the team being nearly $5 million over the cap. Kuznetsov, with his minimum $2 million price tag, would have exacerbated the situation. It's true that Carey Price's contract will be moved to the LTIR at the start of the season, but the financial situation would still be tight. Given the choice between Bolduc at minimum wage and Kuznetsov, I'd opt for Bolduc every time. Having both on the team wouldn't be a bad thing, but according to D'Amico, that's not a possibility. Overtime. Sabrina Ionescu emerged victorious in the WBNA three-point shooting contest, leaving her competitors in the dust. The Roses secured a significant win over their rivals, maintaining their top position in the standings. The Blue Jays shut out the Giants in a spectacular start to the second half of the season. But here's the part most people miss: the financial implications of these acquisitions. The Canadiens are already over the cap, and adding Kuznetsov to the mix would have further strained their financial resources. It's a delicate balance between strengthening the team and managing the budget. And this is where it gets controversial. Should teams prioritize strengthening their roster at the expense of their financial health? Or should they exercise fiscal responsibility, even if it means potentially compromising on player acquisitions? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Evgeny Kuznetsov's fake contract report, what you need to know. Evgeny Kuznetsov's NHL comeback reported as fabricated. By Tom Banks. Published on July 18, 2025, at 8:53 p.m. Share this story. Follow US. Photo credit, Sports Illustrated. Evgeny Kuznetsov's anticipated return to the NHL seems to be on the horizon, but a recent claim made by Frank Seravalli regarding his contract expectations has been revealed as entirely false. After an impressive beginning to his career with the Washington Capitals, Kuznetsov's journey over the last few years has been tumultuous. Following a lack of interest from NHL teams, he returned to the KHL last season. While playing for SKA St. Petersburg, the 33-year-old forward managed to score 12 goals and accumulate 37 points in just 39 games. Now, he is eager to make his way back to the NHL after spending 11 seasons in the league. This brings us to Seravalli's recent comments on the Hello Hockey podcast, where he suggested that Kuznetsov was seeking a contract in the range of $1 to $2 million, with additional performance bonuses. However, there's a significant issue. Kuznetsov does not qualify for any performance bonuses under the current NHL rules, as outlined by Puckpedia. To be eligible for performance bonuses, players must meet specific criteria, including being on an entry-level contract, being 35 years or older and signing a one-year contract, having played a minimum of 400 NHL games and signing a one-year contract after a long-term injury, which is defined as being on injured reserve for at least 100 days in the previous year. Unfortunately for Kuznetsov, he does not meet any of these conditions, which means he cannot receive performance bonuses. This oversight from a reputable insider like Seravalli raises eyebrows and reflects poorly on the accuracy of the report. Despite this setback, it is likely that a team will still offer Kuznetsov a contract to return to the NHL for the 2025-26 season. However, we now know that Seravalli's assertions were incorrect, and Kuznetsov's deal will not resemble the performance-based contract that Jonathan Toews received. Previously on House of Hockey. Poll. July 18, 277 answers. Will Evgeny Kuznetsov play in the NHL this season? Yes. No. What do you think about the accuracy of insider reports in sports? Do you believe they should be held to a higher standard? Share your thoughts in the comments below. ***. House of Hockey is your go-to source for daily NHL news. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. Terms, policies. Note, this article has been restructured for clarity and engagement, ensuring that the key points are preserved while enhancing the overall readability.